Hello, everyone. I'm Lopi Clint,
I'm Smith.
and welcome to
Late night meditation.
Hello, everyone. It's great to be here online with all of you, whether you're watching from Zoom, YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. So, hello again. Hi, Ching. Hi, Sylvia. Hello, Charles. Hi, Quincy, Gina, Cece, Kanoon, and Elizabeth. Thank you all for joining here on Zoom, as well as everyone watching on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. As always, feel free to type in the chat into the comments to say hello. Right when I say it, hello Gwenyan, thanks for saying hi from Facebook. As well as hello Nishama, hi Pat, thanks for joining here on Zoom. For those on Facebook, let you guys know I am streaming to several pages. So you can see if you're on any of these other pages, feel free to go to my personal page and then send me messages. Otherwise, it's okay. You can also send it right there where you're watching, and I always go back and reply. As throughout the entire stream, if you ever have any questions or wonders, feel free to type into the chat or send the direct message into that group. I'll always go back and it goes to me. And when we're meditating together, this is the great opportunity for us to really be at ease, get some calm, some peace. I hope you guys like my new background. This is actually one of the rooms in our temple, but I added a purple light, so it looks like this. Because no temple's going to have this kind of curtain. That'd be just our temple's like the white color. But it's great to see you here. Hello, Jerry. He says good evening to everyone. Hello, Julie. Thanks for joining. This is our opportunity to get to hang out, relax, have some peace together. And also, since Valentine's Day is coming up soon, it's time for self-love. Not just love for others. While we always think of sharing love for our loved ones and this and that, but you have to take time for yourself too. And what better way than to give yourself some peace through meditation? So, as always on Mondays and Wednesdays, what level of instruction would you guys like today? Please type in 1, 2, or 3. 1 if you are more of a beginner type, you want some more instruction. 2 if you're just you're pretty comfortable. 3 if you feel I want silence. Okay. Wow. All right. A lot of the people on Zoom are ready for silence. Impressive. Okay. Okay. Oh wow. Even on Facebook too. Okay then. Then for today, we'll do a 2.7. It's a nice average of what everyone is asking for. So we'll definitely have a little bit more silence. If you are brand new, no worries. If you're watching the recording, take your time. Don't feel like you have to force yourself through it. It's always okay to open your eyes, check and see if I'm awake or asleep. You can see you can look at myself or Lopi Sumit as we're meditating. We tend to be smiling. Or, as always, I have a video playing in the background. So feel free to take your time, even if you're brand new. So now, let us begin our meditation. So first, let's get into our perfect position, as I like to call it, because it's perfect for you. And when you're ready, gently close your eyes. Taking a deep breath. Breathe in the cool, calm, relaxing air. And breathe out all your worries, thoughts, and responsibilities. Just let it all go. Forget about it for the time that we are meditating. Just breathe in, breathe out. Let each breath of fresh air help you become more relaxed, more comfortable. In fact, let us remember the most relaxed we've ever felt, allowing that relaxation to flow throughout your entire body, from the top of your head down to the tips of your toes. Take your time. There's no need to rush. Allow yourself to relax and be at ease. Once you're comfortable, we move on to the next step, consciousness or focus. So allow your mind to rest on your meditation object, whatever object or image feels comfortable to you. I recommend the full moon because it's bright and shining, but not blinding. It's calming and cooling. But your meditation object can be anything at all, whatever feels easy and comfortable to you. Because meditation should never feel like work. It should feel like a mini vacation. While the word meditation means to think, to contemplate, but the act of meditating is practicing not to think, to let our mind be free and quiet. But of course, in order to do this, we don't force ourselves to stop thinking. That is impossible. You'll just feel more tense and uncomfortable. And that's why we let our mind rest with one thing, our meditation object or image. So allow your mind to stay with that one thing, relaxingly, comfortably. You don't need to force yourself to see. Seeing is not the goal. It is a bonus. The important thing is you relax your body and relax your mind. When you do exactly that, everything falls into place. So take your time. Don't rush. Don't force. Allow your body and your mind to take this wonderful break. And as we are relaxing both body and mind, your mind may still begin to wander. And that's okay. It's the nature of the mind. Do not expect your mind to be quiet on your first try, or even on your 100th try. Each time we practice, it gets easier and easier to let the mind calm down. It's kind of like raising a puppy or a kitten. At first, it will not feel very comfortable with you. It will feel scared. It will want to run away. But as you continue to show love and affection, it starts to realize that it's safe to be with you. And then it's comfortable to be near you. just like our mind, if you try to force or push, our mind pushes back. So instead, care for your mind. Do not be forceful. Allow it to slowly be accustomed to calming down. And little by little, it gets easier and easier. Even if your mind starts to wander again, it feels not so difficult to bring it back. But even on some days where it feels difficult, your mind's still wandering off, going to and fro. It's okay. Then we use our meditation tools, the meditation object, and the mantra. The mantra is a word, a phrase, or a sound, something that helps your mind feel calm and peaceful, or at least relieved. And your mantra is your personal mantra. One of my monk friends told me his mantra was, "What the heck? What the heck?" Quite silly, but it happened to work for him at the time. So whatever works for you is absolutely fine. It's your personal mantra, a way to help your mind slow down, get back to a little bit calmer. As the mantra we like to use, San Ma Arahang San Ma Arahang San Ma Arahang. You can repeat this mantra in your mind as many times as you'd like. Also, at whatever speed, whatever tone, allow the sound to come from your center, from the middle of your abdomen, as if the sound is calling your mind to come home, back to your center, back to your object. San Ma Arahang San Ma Arahang San Ma Arahang Now let us continue in silence, letting our mind be calm, clear, and peaceful. Om Mo Araham. Remember, we're balancing relaxation and awareness. While we're balancing, sometimes that balance is a little off, and it's okay. When your balance is off, just bring your mind back. We call it resetting or restarting, adjusting, whether you're adding relaxation or awareness. To get back to the balance as best we can. And sometimes resetting is not enough. Sometimes you need to start over. Go ahead and restart. There's nothing wrong with restarting. As we adjust, we start to find the best way for us. The best way for us to get that calm, that little bit of peace. As peace is accumulated, it's not a light switch that when you find it and you can keep it on all the time. We accumulate little bits of peace. But as you accumulate more and more, it's easier to find more and easier for that peace to stay with you. So take your time, relax your body, and relax your mind. San Mo Araham. San Mo Araham. San Mo Araham. Now, let us begin spreading loving kindness. Spreading loving kindness is like spreading out your heart, sending out good intentions to all beings. So let us visualize our object as we have been doing, and imagine that your object becomes crystal clear, clean and bright, and at the center of your object there is a bright light. This light is very special. All those who touch this light are instantly happier, healthier, and more at peace. So we let this light illuminate our body, filling our body with light. Then let this light shine out from us, filling the room. Let the light spread far and wide, filling the city and the surrounding city, filling the state and the surrounding states, filling the country and the surrounding country, until filling the entire world, and now throughout the universe. Thinking of our loved ones, our family, our friends, our close and distant relatives, our co-workers, acquaintances, all the people you know, and all the people you don't know, to all sentient beings, all the animals in this world, and even thinking to the heavens, to our friends and relatives who have passed away, wishing well for every one of them. And as we are spreading loving kindness, let us make this wish together for us all to be happy, healthy, wealthy, successful, to gain wisdom, attain enlightenment, for world peace. Let us take a moment to make our own good wishes. He Buddha Parapata Pache Kananjayang Palang Arahanta Nanjate Jenarakam Pandami Sapaso Sapaputanupavena Sapatammanupavena Sapasankhanupavena Sathasoti Bhavantu Te. Now, very gently and at your own pace, opening your eyes. Take your time as we slowly come back. You can take in a few deep breaths, do a little stretch if you'd like, as we slowly come back. How's everyone feeling? Okay, see lots of thumbs up. Very good. Also, hello Alexandra, thanks for joining, as well as Chintana, thanks for joining here on Zoom. Yeah, right now at the end of meditation is a very important time, as I know many of you hear me say this all the time. It's a time for us to check and see what worked, what didn't work. It's a way of helping us continue to see what works for us so we can continue to improve our meditation to go in deeper and deeper. All right, thank you, Quincy. Is this feeling great? Very glad. So, before we go into questions and comments, but of course, feel free to type in the chat into the comments if you'd like. I have some words of wisdom I want to share with you all, especially since tomorrow is Valentine's Day, and we always think of love for others. And as I mentioned in the beginning, one thing we have to relearn or really do for ourselves is indeed to love yourself. So, to love yourself is different from being selfish. To love oneself means to purify oneself and to be happy at all times. This is a way for us to truly care for oneself. Having time to rest, take care of yourself, is not being selfish. If you don't take care of yourself, you can't help anyone else. Even if you're going to try to do some work. If you just work and work and work, don't have time for yourself to rest, your work is not going to get any better. The quality is going to keep dropping. So, taking time for yourself is a great thing to do. And reminding yourself that to care for yourself is to purify yourself, allowing yourself to be happy at all times. And while I am indeed sharing this wisdom with you all, I myself am also working on it. As we all have to work on these things ourselves too. Everyone's at their own level and how much more they need to do or how much little. And the point is, no matter what you know, continue to allow yourself to improve. Allow yourself to regain that peace. And that's what's really important. If you don't allow yourself to regain peace, you start to gain the stress from others. Start to create your own stress. No good. So, little by little, allow yourself to recharge each time we come to meditate together. And each time that you meditate on your own, to also get that quick mini vacation, to allow yourself to keep your peace. So I hope you all practice this. And of course, before loving others, have time to love yourself. When you can love yourself, you can finally truly love others. So just some wisdom from my master I wanted to share with you. And now I open the floor to you all. Does anyone have any questions or wonders? For those on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, feel free to type in the chat. Those here on Zoom, feel free to turn on your mic if you'd like.
Thank you, Monkey. It was wonderful.
Oh, thank you, Shashama. It's always great to meditate with you too. As of course, I open the floor to you all as sometimes you have questions or comments or wonders. This is a safe spot for us to share that wisdom and wonder for each other.
I have a wonder.
Yes, Pat.
Thank you. Once a monk is ordained, what happens if they can't keep like one of the precepts, say like smoking? What happened?
Okay. So, as we know, monks are not perfect. We are human. We're all working toward perfection, as everyone is. And when it's just like if you're trying to get rid of an addiction, it's not exactly instant because they probably didn't start smoking while a monk. Many times it's because that's just something they've been doing before that. Same with alcoholism and other substances in general. So when we happen to see it, do not be so quick to judge. Sometimes they're working on it. And actually, this morning, somebody joined me on Clubhouse and they were asking how are they going to, how are they going to quit smoking and quit this and that. I told them little by little. If you're able to cut it off right away, amazing. Very few people have that ability to simply go cold turkey, you know. But if you realize you're not able to do that, do your best to lessen it. So I told them, yeah, suppose you smoke 4 times a day. Let's try and do it 3 times tomorrow. Little by little. And then little by little, if you feel like, I don't need to smoke yet, great. Go on without it first. You suddenly need it? Okay, that's fine. Allow yourself to adjust. Because if you're too strict on yourself, you know what happens? Your good intention breaks. You suddenly feel, I can't do it, I'll never get it. So you revert back to all the bad habits you had before. Sad but silly, but myself. I've been trying to get my weight under control, or really just try to slim down a bit. And I started to, as you guys know, I can really burn off quickly. In 1 month, I can burn off 20 pounds. But that's too extreme. What's funny is I'll burn it off in 1 month, next month it's back. So what was the point, right? So since this year, as I told you guys about resolutions, I've been taking it little by little. And I'm proud to say, since New Year's, I've lost 10 pounds. And not bad. Little by little. And what I do is I adjust to make it work for me. Because I tried doing a certain diet, not sustainable. When I lost that 20 pounds in 1 month because of keto. Keto really does burn, which is amazing. But it's not very sustainable as a monk because as a monk, we are offered food. And whatever they have offered, we gladly accept and eat as long as we're not allergic to it. So it's a way of our way of life. It should be whatever they give is okay. And this is something that I try to keep like this. So instead, I adjust to portion it. Try to have just one bowl, not 5. Little by little. So I start off, 1 bowl the first day. Hey, I'm okay. Second day, all right, I'm still able to do it. Third day, I'm kind of hungry. Okay, I'll have 2 bowls. You see? Adjust. Allow yourself that ability to adjust. So while we might see monks or priests or people in religion that are doing their best to be pure, we're human. So instead, just feel like, okay, they're working on it. I'm only seeing one snapshot, which is definitely horrible. And sadly, in Thailand, they love to show that kind of snapshot. Oh, this monk's doing this monk's doing that, and they don't go into the history. He just ordained that day. He became a monk that day. You can't expect all your bad habits to disappear. I still have plenty of bad habits, and I'm working on today. And that's the thing, continually working on it. That's how we continue to improve. Because as monks, we don't just preach, but we try to practice what we preach too. We adjust and try to train ourselves. And you can see it. Some monks you'll see, wow, they have become more monk-like, if that's a term, Then some monks you'll see, they're about the same as before. It's not necessarily bad, it's just, okay, so they're working on it in a different way. We're all human beings. We're all working on it. So within the monkhood, we do try to help each other. Hey, you shouldn't do that. That's why it's a brotherhood. We help each other. Try to help them get rid of that bad habit. But yeah, you'll see it here and there because we're human and they're doing the best they can. But thank you for your question.
Thank you, Venerable, for being real. Thank you.
No, you're very welcome. As I got firsthand with that as uh, after class, I always like to share different stories that have happened that people like to listen to. I rarely talk about it public because it's the fun things that you never would have thought would happen in Buddhism and monkhood, because I had a chance to train with new people and with brand new people, plenty of interesting bad habits. And because of it, when you're living together, you have to learn how to adjust. Those who have bad habits have to start to try to get rid of it, or at least try to adjust to, or others will start to adjust and say, okay, we'll just kind of deal with it. Kind of like living with relatives that you haven't seen in a long time. There are good habits and bad habits that you have to deal with. You're like, oh goodness. But this is life. And as we learn to adjust, we're able to, okay, accept that they're this way. If we're able to be someone who can advise them, for example, someone who's elder can start to advise the younger monk. They'll be willing to listen. But suppose like me, even though I'm an elder monk, if I see a monk who is older, like quite literally he's older than me, but he just ordained, might not listen to me just because of, just from feeling like you've lived your life. So we adjust to that. And it's actually very, very fun because, well, if you think of it as a fun training exercise for yourself, you get to see how can you help someone even if they have this preconceived notion that they are elder, so they shouldn't have to listen to someone younger. And then how you adjust to help them understand and accept it. So I got that opportunity to try. I didn't succeed all the time, but at least it was trying. And they could see that I had good intention. I wasn't forcing or anything like that. And little by little, it's always practice. Yes, Nishama.
May I tell your viewer the strange way I stopped smoking?
Well, please do.
Okay. When I was in my 30s, I decided I really wanted to make myself stop smoking. So I did it in a very strange way, and it worked. I knew I could never just stop without, after a meal or with coffee. I just was so addicted. This is what I did. I had a friend whose husband was employed by the American Tobacco Association. And I said to her, Lois, could your husband get me a case of those little cigars with plastic tips? I think they were called Muriellos at the time. And she said, sure. And she got me a case of these little cigars. Every time I wanted a cigarette, I smoked this little cigar. Now, you don't inhale cigars, but I did it because it was so obnoxious. The taste was so horrible, and I forced myself to have a cigar every time I had a meal or coffee or needed a cigarette. And I actually stopped smoking because of my distaste for the cigars.
Wow.
Try it, it might work.
I'll go tell that person. That's very interesting. Make something that you feel like you want and then get the really gross version. Oh. Wow. Thank you very much.
It worked.
Yeah. I hope if any smokers happen to be listening and are trying to find a way, give that a try. Thank you so much, Nishama.
May I tell you how I stopped smoking?
Oh, okay.
Many years ago.
Oh, please do, Sylvia.
We were visiting my mom because it was Christmas time. So all the family were getting together at her house. So before getting into my mother's house, I bought just a cake, a pack of theory. So we arrived, my husband and myself arrived at my mom's house, and I offered my cigarettes to everyone. Somebody accepted, somebody else said, no, after dinner and such and such. And I just left the case over there, and afterwards, my sister-in-law told me, now we can accept, we finished having supper, and she said, now I can accept the cigarette from you. And I said, yeah, this, here you are. I mean, help yourself. And she said, and what about you? I am not smoking from now till I pass away.
Oh,
And I
you
stopped
decided to
smoking.
stop right there.
And it was kind of hard, a little bit hard, because whenever somebody was smoking very near myself, I was going like, smelling smoke.
Uh-huh.
But I stopped. I said I have to prove myself that I do have a very good mind and the desire to stop smoking. So I
Wow.
did it that way.
Wow, very impressive. Thank you so much for sharing. Yeah, everyone has different stories, and it's great to share with each other. So that's why if you're able to just cut off, amazing. You're one of the amazing people. If you have tricks on how to get it, another amazing person. But if you're like myself, take some time, little by little. Okay. All right. So as time is coming to a close, I'd like to give you all a blessing before you go. So may you all be blessed with happiness, good health, wealth, success in your lives. May you be surrounded by good friends who will always guide you into light in times of darkness and in times of need. And when you close your eyes to meditate, may you attain inner peace easily and quickly in every lifetime. So thank you again, everyone. Have a wonderful day or night, wherever you're watching from. And remember, a smile a day keeps the stress away. So everyone, keep smiling and let's brighten up the world together.
Thank you for joining us and make good energy together.
So see you guys next time here on
Late Night Meditation.